This is Deductor continuing the Unicorn Overlord playthrough. Last episode, we used Clive and Mordon en route to run around like a madman, taking out all those towers before the enemy could even respond, clearing the support. And we managed to beat up, Amami's boy, aka Osh, the sorcerer, more of a pure damage magic class. We'll go about using him in the next battle and see what we can do with him. But for now, let's do some world stage stuff. Yes, the Hello or the Luminous Corn Ash. Good job, Chloe. Good job. What else we got? Got some trout. Got some ore. This region is rich in resources. Divine shard. Hopefully this is lumber. I need a lot of lumber. Yep. Some enemies across the bridge. Whoa. These guys are level 10, so they're significantly higher level than us. No chance of real beating them, but we can have... Oh, Shuren's unit... I want to know how Shuren's unit is able to resist so hard. Actually do respectable damage. Because Lex is actually able to tank now. Cavalry are good against infantry, so I'm impressed.
I'm here to help.
You're done for! Just trouble.
Quite the relief.
Okay, we'll leave this area alone for now. Another divine shard. More fish. Meager timber. We needed that for another one of the towns, but we haven't quite farmed up enough lumber yet. Knight. The Knight's attack skill Wild Rush allows us to pierce through an entire column of enemies. Use it well to stun your foes and mercilessly deliver the killing blow. You get that skill, I think at level 10 or 15 or something like that. It is a very good skill. Level 10 skill, yep. But we don't have it yet. Sorcerer. Wizards like me can use magic to loose 3 consecutive orbs of fire. This can cause enemies to begin burning, which will deal additional damage over time. Indeed. Wizard. As you may have surmised, wizards such as I wield magic to attack our foes. It is a trait which proves especially effective against hoplites and their vexing great shields. Try adding a wizard to your unit for this battle and you'll see exactly what I mean. Okay, they've got a hoplite and they've got 2 wizards. You know what? Let's do it. I'm gonna adjust Clive's unit slightly because we can take out that hoplite in the front. It's a pretty easy victory. Let's put Osh there, and I'm gonna make him go quick with that Dove's Plume. Yeah. Really? Why is this not a kill? You don't do enough damage? Osh, really? Possible you don't do enough damage. Totally believable. What if we did... let me use a tactics template. I've been using the tactic template of doing the true thrust on the full column. That might not be optimal. Let's do it where the true thrust is on the scout. That way you use assaulting lance instead of true thrust, Clive. Yes, there we go. That makes a difference. Okay, let's do this.
Whatever I must. Burn!
Yep, it was not enough to kill the hoplite, but it did a lot. Wait, why didn't they do the magic counter? I guess I was wrong. You do actually have to attack
Seems we've
the
done it.
wizard for that counter to go off. Wizard, I hope that bout was as useful for you as it was for me. In any case, our attacks deal more damage against enemies with low magic defense. Take note of the relative stats of each class and you'll find yourself in a new realm of strategic possibilities. Yes. I guess I was wrong. Then how did Osh counterattack during our battle? Magic counter. Activates after an enemy attacks with an active skill. Unless, of course, these two didn't have magic counter equipped. No, they do. Well, now I really don't understand. I will say the counterattack keyword. No, it doesn't always require you to be targeted. Activates after an enemy attacks with an active skill. Yeah, Osh did an active skill, and these two didn't do their thing. And then Clive did an active skill, and they still didn't do their thing. Then I guess I have to watch my previous video to find out how that counterattack triggered. Because we obviously didn't hit the sorcerers, I thought. I'm very confused. We'll use Oshing some battles and see what goes on, you know? I think that's the answer to this type of problem. Okay, what else do we do now? Well, this soldier has something to say. I can't believe you got the best of those sorcerers. I'm sure you already know this, but magic attacks are especially effective against armored enemies like hoplites. If you're going up against folks like them, it'll do you good to bring a magic user, or 3. Yep, I know all about that. We can go to some of these regions, see if we can loot anything. I really just want one more lumber, you know. But there's no more lumber. Oh, now that I have a second magic user, maybe I can take out this group here. I needed Ralph. Oh no, I don't see how. Clive can't one-shot these. So, like, let's say we use Ralph. He kills one of these. Clive can't kill the other one. Does Mordon or Ralph go first? Mordon has 16. Ralph has 16. So I don't... Okay, this is good. Ock goes first. So what I could do... This might actually work. Ock will kill an armored unit. Then Mordon will kill an armored unit. And then... Ralph should be able to one-shot the Griffin. I want to see why it's not working. Do we just not have enough damage? Oh, yeah. Ock just didn't have enough damage. Okay. Fire burst is also a good finisher. But the counterattack didn't do anything. Okay, I also have the single shot prioritize caster. I'll go swap back to prioritize flying. We'll save this to the second template. Not that it would have made a difference, they would have just done the cover thing. You just don't have enough damage. I could give him like the sorcerer's amulet. That might make the difference. probably would make the difference. It's 3 more. So each hit does a little more, but I'm not gonna bother doing that. What else do we do? Let's do a little reading and then go on to some more areas. So events. The south-facing sorcerer. The Zenorian sorcerer Osh, furious at his failure in excavating the tilled ruins, receives word of the Liberation's impending march. Struck with an opportunity to finally prove his worth, he prepares to intercept their advance. Upon falling to the Liberation in battle, the sorcerer Osh wallows amidst the half-excavated ruins and laments not his defeat, but the fact that nobody has ever praised him in all his years. Elaine is left with a decision to make about Osh's fate. We know how that went. Ooh, is Osh all the way down here? Yep. Sorcerer under Zenora's employ, who has been tasked with surveying the tilled ruins. Having never received praise from his late mother while she lived, he now longs for her approval from beyond the veil of death. Osh recruited. Upon falling to the Liberation in battle, Osh was offered a spot amongst their ranks due to his passion for research and agreed to join in hopes of earning his late mother's praise. Born the second son of Cornea's esteemed House Aubrey, known best as a family of sorcerers, he was trained in the magical arts from a young age. His father and brother yet live, but his mother passed of illness years past. Ah, yes. This location's all the way at the bottom. Fort Ville, small fort in the Ville region in western Cornea, that saw researchers travel from across the lands to excavate nearby filled ruins. Activity ceased after Zenora invaded. It recently resumed now that the region is free from their control. Yay! What else is good to read about? We can read about the various classes. Not the game tips. Or maybe it is under game tips. Yes. So we got the warrior class. That's Mordon. One powerful swing of a warrior's hammer is enough to smash through the defenses of armored classes like hoplites. Warrior strategy. Their low defense makes them best positioned on the back row, can inflict heavy damage on armored foes such as hoplites and fighters. Warrior weaknesses. Warriors struggle against thieves and gladiators, as they often can't land the decisive blow they seek. Wizard. Wizards employ powerful magic attacks, making them effective against hoplites and other classes with low magic defense. Wizard strategy. Fireball can inflict burn on their enemies. Burn energy will suffer damage before using an active skill. Wizard weaknesses. They struggle against the magic negation of Radiant Knights and the attacks of hunters, which directly target the back row. And last, Witch. Witches excel at casting magic attacks in battle, making them effective against hoplites and other classes with low magic defense. Yeah. Witches can imbue an ally's attack with magic, granting added magic potency to any class's attacks. Witches' weakness. They struggle against the magic negation of Radiant Knights, while their low physical defense leaves them vulnerable to hunters. So very similar profile to Wizards right now, but there are differences, and they're a lot more obvious later on in the game. This one's just talking about terrain type. I will point out, remember how slow Clive was traveling through the forest. Assist, yep. Hunters and clerics can do assists. Sharon did very good work in that watchtower, providing all those healing assists. So that could be another strategy. Like, if your unit lacks healing, you could just get the healing from assist. It's not as good. Your unit needs to be tanky enough to not, like, lose anyone. But it is a strategy you can employ. Sure, I don't have enough, right? Yeah, I'm missing 1 lumber. Surely I can get myself 1 lumber. You know what? Let's go try to... Let's clear this nonsense out so I can get my 1 lumber. Fire burst. Well done. Okay, there's gotta be like one lumber here, right? Somewhere. That's apples. Jude, the rebel army here. Call all our soldiers back from their training. This instant, we have a war to wage. This is a liberation quest, another one of those smaller battles. Battle for Paldus. Ooh, this one's gonna... They got 3 cavalry. It's gonna just crush our infantry right away. Unless the infantry is kind of tanky. Sharon, I'm just gonna have Sharon, like, stun them in battle. Just, ooh, more. Okay. Just want to loot meager timber. I can fix up one of the towns. Just want to loot lumber. There's no lumber here, is there? That's okay. I did get the timber, so I can fix up Trey's village. Old woman, this whole village owes you a great debt, son. Thank you for everything. And now we can station a guard. I feel like Sharon can guard this region since her church is nearby.
Gladly.
I saw an angel flying past here not too long ago. It's a rare sight even for a good church-going soul like me. Makes an old woman feel blessed, I'll tell you what. I don't know, that liberation battle looks all that appealing. Let's go unlock the next side quest. I think that's what I want. I know exactly where we need to go for that. Berenice, you there. You're with Deliberation, yeah? We got something to talk to you about. Mind stopping by the fort for a sec? Sorry for flagging you down like that. I don't want anyone else hearing what I've got to tell you. Anyway, the name's Berenice, leader of the Mercenary band serving the lord of this region. Explain. And what is it that you need from us? Berenice, where do I even start? For one, my client isn't exactly what you call brave. The moment Zenora invaded, he started fretting about his soldiers and subjects getting put to the sword. But rather than fight back, he surrendered, on the condition there be no bloodshed. You know how Zenora does things. As soon as the deal was made, they started acting like they owned the place. They've been making worse and worse demands with every passing day, but my employer's finally seen enough. Now, if the rumors are true, you liberation types are tough as oxen and 3 times as ruthless. It's enough to get my client ready to flip some banquet tables and rebel against Zenora, assuming you're up to scratch. Elaine, and how do you propose to test our strength? Well, he can't go sending out his knights. Zenora would smell that rat from a mile away. But that's where us mercs come in. He wants us to go toe-to-toe, see what kind of metal you've got behind that pretty face. I won't lie though, I'm really just in this for a good old-fashioned brawl. And hey, deals like this don't come around every day, so what do you say? We doing this? Got a side quest, Mercenary's Trial. It's a level 6. Yep. Let's see if there's some lumber I can loot real quick. Yes, I see some lumber. Oh, they've got the cell swords. Travis will just stun them a little bit. Yes, okay. Let's go back to Barbatimo. This is perfect because now I can make the first set of delivery. Townsperson, the city's tavern finally opened again, and we couldn't be happier, thanks. This would never have been possible without your help. Yes, this is the main thing I wanted to do. Ooh, herbs and trout. We got those. Let's deliver. Town girl, this city's looking better than ever, and it's all thanks to you. And you can do one more, but I don't have the meager timber to do it. Okay. So I have to fully fix it up before I can put in a guard. However, I now have access to the tavern. Taverns. By eating a meal at a tavern in a walled city or castle town, you can raise the rapport between the characters partaking. The number of attendees will vary based on the meal chosen. You can select the attendees after choosing a meal. Yes. Yes, this is what I wanted.
Good seeing you, friend. I'll take your order anytime.
So we can make people like each other, finally. To get some of those rapport conversations going. Mercenary. Me and my pals had a feast at the tavern last night, and I drank like a damn fish in a desert. The thing is, eating with your buddies means you can strike up conversations with people you don't talk too much. My advice, you want to be a real proper leader, you treat your soldiers to a feast at the tavern. Okay, yes, we're going to do that. After we talk to the town girls here. I've only got 3 honey apples left, sir. Want to buy them for 600 gold? These things are real rare, so I'll buy them. Only 600 gold. Appreciate the business. I'm fresh out of honey apples. Thanks again for buying them up. You need those to fix up certain towns. Townsperson. Everyone in town can't stop talking about you. With that kind of renown, stories of your exploits will spread far and wide across Fevrith. But let's begin by having some meals. Let's have
Good seeing you, friend.
one
I'll
of
take
each
your order
meal.
anytime.
I want to try to do what I can to maximize the rapport here.
Don't
So, Yosef, for example, never had a chance to gain any rapport with anyone, really. So, we could do Elaine, Yosef, Lex, and Chloe. They all have something to say to one another. So that would be perfect.
Good seeing you, friend. I'll take your order anytime.
Velvety omelet and rice stew. The original crew having a meal. Free meal ticket. Sure, because this is the most expensive item.
Enjoy now.
Let's see. A velvety omelet and rice stew. This does look pretty good. It's also got some potato and egg salad, crisp salad, and fresh picked grapes. Man, that does sound delicious.
This looks wonderful.
So good. Simply inspiring.
What a feast.
Joseph didn't have anything to say? Alright.
Don't be a stranger.
Now that did not... we got some more free meal tickets. Novice military treatise, honors, and good stuff. Now that was not enough to bump Elaine and Lex up. But we will we'll deal with that in a little bit. We're at the tavern, yeah? I recognize that overstuffed look anywhere. Feasting at the tavern costs a spot of coin, sure, but it's gold well spent if it means people getting along better. Or you just use the free meal tickets. So next, Lex, you like Holdrick. It's just so unlikely for you and Holdrick to hang out. So let's have a meal between Elaine, because we know Lex loves seconds. Lex, Holdrick, and I'm gonna do Elaine again. I'm not gonna use a free meal ticket on this. I'll save it for the velvety omelet because it's like more cost effective.
Enjoy now.
Let's see. This time we have ripened sweet oranges and fluffy potatoes as sides, along with potato and egg salad. A lot of potatoes in this meal. Bacon and soft-boiled egg gallets. Those look delicious.
Whoa! So good. Simply inspiring. As though it were made by the royal chef.
Okay.
Don't be a
And now I should have unlocked the Elaine and Lex rapport conversation. And that one, they can actually talk to one another because they're the location is right here to have that conversation. But let's do the last meal. I'm not gonna go too crazy on the meals here. I'm just gonna try to pick some people. That makes sense. Elaine already had a lot to eat. Let's do a Ralph and Osh meal, perhaps. Fort Gramont. I actually don't know where that is. I'm gonna try to pick a town. Yana and Joseph. There we go. That's the way to go. Oh no, Joseph already had something to eat. Well, who else? Clive and... Well, Joseph already had something to eat. Clive and Mordon. Oh, Joseph's an old man, right? He could go for dessert, surely. Because Yana and Joseph, they can actually talk to one another. Yeah, let's... You know what? Joseph's gonna go for some dessert here.
Good seeing you, friend. I'll take your order anytime.
Honey apple tartare tatin. This is too advanced of a dessert. Now, Joseph, I don't know if he appreciates this, but Yana is gonna appreciate this for sure.
Enjoy now.
Okay, it's got some fresh bread, fresh sliced ham salad, ripened sweet oranges, and the main course is clearly a dessert. So some of these sides are a little weird, but we're gonna go with this.
I'm pleased to be joining you.
Food this good could never get old.
Do have some. Perhaps another visit is in order.
Don't be a...
And now we should have 2 rapport conversations that we can actually do. What a perfect opportunity. Let's go see what Elaine and Alex have to say to one another. Alex, got some bread for you, Elaine. Fresh out of the oven. Elaine, do you mean to say you're the one who made it? Lex, sure do. Elaine, then forgive me, Lex, but I can't eat this. Lex, why the hell not? Elaine, do you remember the last time you baked us bread? It was closer to biting into a rock than any sort of actual food. Lex, oh come on, that was ages ago. Here, I'll tear it off half for you. Elaine, it does appear to be quite soft inside. I have to say, this is incredible. See, I'm thinking I might even start a bakery once we're done with all this war stuff. Chloe, something's wrong with this bread you made, Lex. It's hard as stone. Lex, that's because you're not eating it right. It's a northern specialty, meant to go with a nice hot bowl of soup. Chloe, really? Well then, maybe you should remember to tell people next time. I'm lucky I still have all my teeth after that. Elaine, does such a dish truly exist? Lex, of course it doesn't. Only one of the 6 loaves I made actually turned out good. Not sure why though. I was using the same dough and everything. Elaine, perhaps you should hold off on that bakery for now, Lex. Oh, he means well. And, oh, you can press the Y's to see the rapport conversations on the world map. I learned all sorts of things you can see on the world map. And then travel over there. Let's see what Joseph and Yana have to say to one another. Yana, I had always believed you made it out alive, but it's still a shock to see you actually standing here in the flesh. And a personal advisor to the prince, no less. Joseph, has been far too long, Lady Yana. Yana, why the formality, Joseph? Is it uncomfortable having an ally who knew you when you were just a child? Joseph, it is indeed, especially given the endless trouble my younger self made for you. Yana, I remember it well even after all these years, and every time I scolded you for acting out, you turn around and do something worse the next day. Like the time you hung jars from transparent strings to make it seem like a sorcerer had invaded the castle. Or the time you hitting one of the suits of armor which lined the halls, just so you could jump out and scare me as I walked by. This was all before you become a squire, of course. Joseph, even still. Between you and Hodrick, we had no shortage of troublemakers roaming the castle during King Gerard's reign. But if nothing else, at least the 2 of you kept things interesting. It is a relief to hear you say so. Yet I must ask that you never speak a word of these matters to anyone else. Yana, don't worry, Joseph. I'll take these stories with me to the grave. Though it's funny to think about. All that mischief you used to get into. And here you are, having raised the prince into a respectable young man. Joseph, I deserve no such credit, Yana. Such character is in his very nature. And any other growth owes to the friends he made while living on Palavia. Yana, so you say, but mere friends can never replace the father figure you've been to him. Or the time you spent bringing joy back into that lonely child's life. Alright, I think that is a good place to end this episode. We'll do probably this... Well, let's see. Liberation Quest is level 5, so in theory I should really do the Liberation Quest next. I guess what I could do is a Liberation Quest, and then root around to see if we can have any more conversations. Like Chloe and Elaine, for example. And then, yeah. Try to get everybody to have some more conversations. Sharon and Elaine. A lot of people can have conversations for Elaine. Okay. Well, we will take care of all of this in the next episode. Thank you for watching.